welcome to my Elite Dangerous, my adventures. We're going to go over to Jameson crash site. Assist landing.
Landing gear retracted.
We'll have to go into Super Cruise first
Frameshift drive charging.
before we can point at going toward Jameson crash site. 1. Now this is probably what we should be doing. Should fill up at Dav's Hope and then go over to Jameson crash site.
Frameshift drive charging.
And we'll use the fuel scoop to top off our fuel.
3, 2,
So it's a good kind of breakaway. We're not going by the fleet carrier. I'll leave it here at Jameson or at Dav's Hope, and we watch for if there's any
fuel scooping.
other ships. I don't like the fuel scoop when there's NPCs that could interdict you and cause you major problems. Have to watch our temperature. It's at 60. Probably around 200 would be fine. Don't want to get too much hot. We don't want to get to 70.
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, well, we're full. That's good. Assist down. See, it doesn't help the fuel on our SRVs though, but we can with synthesis.
Frameshift drive charging.
You need to use your discovery scanner if you're not elite yet in Explorer. I am, so it doesn't help me as much, but it will probably help you. If you don't have, you're not maxed out of your Explorer ranking, it's a good thing to do. Next jump is
Frameshift drive charging.
where Jameson crash site is at. Oh, it's really close. And we should be doing this each time. Then we'll go back to Dab's Hope afterwards.
3, 2,
Because on my planetary ships, both the Cutter and the Python, I have fuel scoops and extra fuel tanks. Still got plenty of fuel. We might fuel scoop on the way back. Just left. I have to get a little bit closer before it shows Jameson crash site. Just left. There's Jameson crash site now. Just lock it on and speed up again. I don't like to come in too fast, but we speed up slightly and then slow it down when we get closer. Gotta watch out for the rings on the planet. It's usually in the dark. It's this night. So we turn on night vision. But we're probably going to have it. I don't want to get too close to those rings. Now we slow down a little bit. We do watch for other ships. Jameson is usually on the line between day and night, so it's a little dark. Before we leave, we might jump in the ship and then come over to the brighter side to do some planetary exploration and material gathering until it's just too full. It might be too full already. Well, it might be brighter. I don't think I've ever been here when it's sunny, but it's kind of shadows.
orbital flight engaged.
You slow down a little bit. There still might be a lot of shadows, but it's usually not this bright. It's this night. We'll turn off the night vision until we see how dark it is. Should get a glide, but you see the mountains around it, how it shades the surroundings. And that's why it's dark even if there's some sunshine. And parking places are hard to find sometimes. Is this alternate? Yeah, it's definitely brighter than it usually is. It's hardly ever this bright. Is this landing? Is this landing?
Landing gear deployed.
And here it's best just to get what you can get. Now to the left of it on this side, usually you might be able to find some better landing spots. That turns blue. We're definitely going to slow down real fast. Oops, we did see one. I don't know if we can get it or not, but we did see it turn blue for a second, right there. They're hard to get though. They're very small. There's a very small landing spot. Wow, we got it. It's just down. Take the one with the most, that 47%. That should be enough. We don't use a whole lot of fuel here. You follow the sensors and it'll take you there. When we're here, you just kind of watch those two, and when they both fill up, then it's almost time to leave. You might do a few more afterwards, but you can use the material trader and move those two around to other materials that you need. See, adaptive encryptor captures and atypical encryption archives. You saw both of those up there. See them again? So it's loading those. This is probably the most sunlight I've seen out of the hundreds of times I've been here. It's hardly ever this bright. Probably won't last very long. So if it stays this bright, we'll go after raw materials here too. It'll take a many scans, maybe up to 20, or relogs, maybe up to 20 relogs. Fill those, but it doesn't take as long as it does at Dab's Hope to start filling up, so it takes a lot. This game takes a lot of patience. Make sure everything's working. Scariest part is when you look down there and it's not recording. So all that work and was really for nothing. Well, I mean, you still collect the materials, so that part's good. Not every video works out, so that's why I create so many, so it covers those that don't work out. There's a Jameson Memorial Station too. And at Jameson Memorial, it's 10% off of every ship and all the material, all the modules, and they carry every module and every ship at that location. So it's a really nice place to go. And there's also a station that sells not all the ships, but quite a few at a 15% discount. So look under my YouTube channel under the search and put in discount, and you'll see the Jameson Memorial Station, and there's another station, I forget the name of it. It says 15% discount. Just amazing to see this much sunlight. I was going to watch the shadow that's on that cargo box right there and see if it covers the container more or less. So we'll have to watch that. That way we can tell if it's going to get darker or going to get lighter. Kind of like a sundial. Yeah, it's covering it more. You see that container is almost fully shadowed. So it's going to get darker, not lighter. We can always get in the Python after we fill up the encryption and go over to a brighter side to see about collecting raw materials. So the going down over the horizon. Tell by that container is completely shadowed now. Check on our graphics card. That's pretty good. Keep an eye on things. Make sure things are not getting too hot or it'll shut down. But the EVGA Precision XI app, so if you look that up, if you're doing VR and you're having trouble with your heat on your graphics cards, it's a has a fan control. It also does overclocking and stuff like that. But I don't care about the overclocking as much as I do the fan control. Far greater than what I've used in the past. I could have probably used the way I have it set up now, do that with the Vega, the AMD Radeon Vega 64, and it probably would have run much better. But this 1080 that I've got, that I just got, it's nice. I'm in ultra high resolution on all my games, and it's staying, you know, it's under 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, it's still hot, but it's not trying to shut down. And I got the fans all the way up while I'm playing the game. I turn it down when I'm not playing the game. Is this right? See, the captures are 99 out of 100, so on the next time, this next round, we'll fill that up. The archives are 84 out of 150, so we still have some room there. Yeah, I was having to remember, did I come back from a relog and then check, or did I check before the relog? And it was, I checked before the relog. But I think we're going to start doing it this way too, where we're going to go to Dav's Hope. We're going to do several back and forth between raw and manufactured materials, and then we're going to come to Jameson. See, there's the adaptive cryptor captures are now full. The atypical encryption archives are not yet. But we're going to see that full message more. But it's definitely good to, it's only 3 jumps, to come over here and scan these two. When we scan the tower there at Dav's Hope, it also gives us encrypted data. We haven't had as much trouble running out of encrypted data as we have manufactured and raw data, or raw materials. So now when we fill up all of raw and all of manufactured, we'll probably just need to do this until we completely fill it up too. Just keep going back and forth to the material trader. And we'll get that full quite a bit. We're still getting atypical encryption archives, which is good. That's what we need. On our next video, we'll do the 3 material traders, move all our materials around, and we'll go back to Dav's Hope and do it all over again and really bore you to death. But we'll probably do 2 sets of material to 1 set of credits. We'll check our atypical encryption archives just to see where we're at. Is this right? Inventory, go down to data. And we're at 126 out of 150, so we're almost there. Should be at 129. Close there. 132. See, we didn't get anything there. Turning our fan on in the cockpit. Getting a little warm. See, we're getting other type of encryption stuff. At least we're still getting atypical encryption archives. Yeah, the next video we'll try to gather some raw materials until it looks where the majority of it's full. Probably won't take much. I think we're pretty full on what we get at Dav's Hope and what we get here. Is this right? We need 3 more hits, so 9 more. So 2 more. Still 2 more. One more. And then we'll get a message that it's full. We can't get any on that one. We'll try one more reload, and we should be full, even on those atypical encryption archives. I mean, you still collect some. It's like the tower there in Dav's Hope. You can still collect some, even when those two are full. Atypical encryption archives just filled up. We didn't collect any there. The cracked industrial firmware we collected. We didn't collect any there. We might do one more. This one will probably be our last round. We'll just see how much we're collecting. Probably not much. See, we didn't collect anything that time. We did get modified consumer firmware. We didn't collect anything there. We've only collected one item on this round. We didn't collect anything there, so it's about time that we give it up. There are some materials here. You see right in front of us, there's some material. Couple of materials. It's the terrain's pretty rough. And we could fly to an area where the terrain's not so bad. Carbon, we're not full on that yet. We got some vanadium. Our iron just filled up. Sulfur's not full yet. We gotta watch our fuel too. But again, if the majority gets full, then we'll quit and go to the material trader. But we should start a new video anyway, since the last one was encoded and this is raw material. Iron is full. Carbon's not full. Iron is full. Iron is full. Carbon is not. Phosphorus is not. We need that for fuel. Iron and iron and iron. Okay. See if there's any close spots. If there's not, well, there might be. Yeah. Okay. Well, we go to an area that's not quite as rough. For our next video. And it's a little more in the sunshine. Well, I appreciate you coming along. Make sure you press that subscribe button. YouTube requires subscribers. 1,000 subscriptions. That's what they require from content creators. And 4,000 hours watched. Is this down? Well, I appreciate you coming along. Make sure you look in the description and see how to donate and join our Patreon page. And find ways to put tritium in the fuel tank. So until the next video, thank you for watching. Goodbye.